How you doing, guys and gals? It's Doug Wilson with the Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. Still not used to saying that, but I'll get to it. I'll get used to it. This video is going to be a halfway client offering video and halfway doing something different video. First of all, here's what I want to do. I want to show Kirk Dustin's system. Kirk, I met Kirk at the Blade Show down in Georgia, and he didn't ask for a sheath then. He waited a month or two, and then he contacted me and asked me to make a sheath for this knife. This is DCWO knives. I don't know what it stands for. It's a little bushcrafter. Now here is the, I'm going to roll in the tip, the Kydex tip of the week, or the video, whatever. Okay, you can see how wide this blade is compared to the handle of the knife. See how wide it is? With a knife like this, where I'm not getting the retention on the handle, it's very difficult to Kydex something like that. I'm not going to say very difficult, but it's more difficult. And here's the reason. There's virtually no way that you can open up this area right here to get the knife to sheath perfectly every time. So what I do is I put what I call a choil block in here. It opens this area up, but still with a wide bladed knife like this, where it goes from a tip immediately into a wide belly, you have to be careful how you put the sheath, the knife in the sheath. If you don't put it in relatively straight, you can risk putting little slice marks in the Kydex. Okay, you can see the inside of the Kydex sheath there, and I'm talking about on the sides here. If you put the knife in this way, it's going to cut it. You see that, how it stops? You have to be careful how you put in a wide-bellied knife. More so than, say, a knife like this, where I'm getting the retention on the handle. Okay? So that's the Kydex tip of the week. When you have a wide-bellied knife, and you might have a little bit of problem getting the sheath in there, you might have to take a little more care to keep it straight as you put that knife in the sheath. Because if you don't put it in relatively straight, you could risk putting little slice marks in the inside of the Kydex there. Kydex tip of the week. So Kirk, here's your system. This system is basically a Sear 1 basic system with a face mount ferro rod and a tech lock on the back. Now generally, a tech lock on a Yellow Hawk Customs sheath system can be configured in 4 different ways. So basically all you have to do is undo the tech lock. This is a lock right here. Undo the lock, pull the wings apart, pop open the tech lock, and these 2 screws are what you undo to reconfigure the sheath. I got all the holes there ready to go. Looks like burl wood handle, mosaic pins. This is a beautiful knife, absolutely beautiful. I'd be willing to bet it's stainless though. It just seems like it's stainless steel. It has that stainless feeling to it. So there it is, Kurt. There's your system. Take a little care putting the knife in. Great retention. No rattle, no roll, no shake, no shimmy. This is Cryptek Vista pattern Cryptek. ATAX Vista infused pattern Kydex. All right, so there it is. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about, let me put this over here, is these 2 systems here. I want to give CFK of Oregon a little bit of airtime. It seems like as I make sheaths for different companies, that, you know, 1 month I'll get a bunch of knives from this company and I'll do them all and I'll show them on videos, and then I won't get much from them the next month, and then the month after that I get more from them. Well, CFK's like that. When I get CFK knives in here to put sheath systems on, I get 20, 30, 40 at a time. I think the last order was close to 25 knives. These are 2 specials. These are the knives that I showed in the last, got frog lube on it, in the last video. This is a big CFK bushcrafter. No frills, just a solidly built knife. Solidly built. I'd be willing to bet, I haven't put it through its paces, that this thing's a beast in the bush. 90-degree spine. It's got a semi-swedge on the front here. Nice thick spine, 1/4 inch almost. You know, just basic drop point. This is actually a semi-convex grind. It's not a flat grind. It's semi-convex. You could say it's a flat though. It's between a flat and a convex. It's got a secondary edge bevel, which you can take that secondary edge bevel off of these things and make this edge pretty thin. This is D2 tool steel, so it's going to be able to take a thinner edge than some of the other forgeable steels. Okay, so there it is. It's gray and black micarta scales. It's very comfortable in the hand. Will make a good chopper. And these are the knives that you're going to be seeing on TV at some time in the future. I don't know when. So I put a little more care into these. Basically what you're looking at here is a Sear 1 basic with a tabby dangler, and I dressed up the hide. I put some tooling in it. You can see it there. I put some tooling in the wax impregnated cowhide. First I oil it, then I wax it 3 times, and each time I get that wax into the fibers of the leather so that basically it comes out wax impregnated. So it's going to last a hell of a long time. You're going to have a hard time wearing it out. It's going to be perfect for one of these TV survival shows. It's going to be perfect for those conditions. It's all stainless hardware. This whole thing is all stainless hardware. There is no carbon steel on this whatsoever. So the hardware is not going to rust, unless I made a mistake on one of them, which is possible. There may be a poster screw in here that's carbon steel, but all stainless steel. He wanted these guys, this is 2 guys, they wanted them pretty simple, so I just put a tech lock on the back. They both have combat. Actually, this one has a combat lock, the other one does not. This one I felt like needed a combat lock, so, and I'm going to ask them to do some testing for me. This is going to be a situation where these 2 guys are going to be able to test these rigs for me in the environment that they're going to find themselves. Can't say a whole lot. I don't know a whole lot. So this is Kryptek Nomad, CFK, IPAC Survival. You can see the brand there, I think. All right. These 2 guys picked these knives to take with them. Here's the other one. There's the tooling. I put a deer on this one. I really did this one up nice. I got some edge tooling on the sides here. I got some Celtic designs. I also have the Tree of Life stenciled in there. This loop took me about an hour and a half to tool. All right, so there's that. This one is Kryptek Highlander. All stainless steel hardware. I built these things a little tougher than I normally do, but not a whole lot. I just, more attention to detail, you know, is the difference. So there it is. This one does not have a tech lock on it yet. I just wanted to show it to you with the bare sheath. Cryptek Highlander. I also put tan eyelets in these. So anyway, basically Zach built this one. I did the leather loop. Zach doesn't like working with leather, so I do all the leather loops and whatnot. Zach built this one, and I built this one. So you can tell the difference. I mean, it's my design built by two different people. So there it is. So there's those two. Let's see. And this one here. I wanted to show you guys this one. I just finished up a big order for a military contract for an EOD unit. Explosive and Ordnance. Explosive Ordnance Demolition. How's it go? Anyway, EOD. I forget. Explosives, Ordnance, Demolitions. There is some kind of EOD. I can't remember. Well, I tell you, my brain doesn't work well. Anyway, EOD unit. They deal with recovering explosives, putting out explosives, you know, setting charges, whatnot. And this is an Air Force unit that I made these for. I just basically call it the Sear 1 EOD. It's got an SE tool pouch on the front, and most of the SE tool pouches come with a tin already. It's not loaded, it's pretty much empty. Got a couple screws in it. So it's got a pouch on the front. This is bigger than my normal Condor mil-spec pouch. So in order to put this one on a sheath, the sheath has to be a little wider. My other pouch is probably a 1/4 inch thinner than this one, not as wide. So they wanted a tabby dangler with a leather loop on the D-ring. It's made for the Rat 5. Rat 5. This is the knife they chose. I helped them pick the knife. I gave them like 5 or 6 choices, and this is the one they picked, the Rat 5. So they know better than I do what they're going to be doing with the knife. I just gave them, you know, a choice of 6 good production knives. And on the back they wanted a Molly lock clip. It's starting to get dark. I'm going to have to end this video. Molly lock clip that they can take off and put a tech lock clip on as well. So they got that as well. And a side mount ferro rod. Military shock cord retention. These sheaths function very well. Everything works together symbiotically. I design them that way so that you don't have any problems with them in the field. So there's the EOD sheath. Just got finished making a bunch of these, and I'm glad that's over, because I tell you, I was stressing to get them finished. I think that's it. I want to show you a standard eBay sheath. We have eBay listings at Yellowhawk, and basically they represent our cost-effective sheaths. They're cost-effective because it's got a whole lot on it in one package for one price. You don't have options to choose a they come standard with a slide lock. All the eBay sheaths come standard with a slide lock, unless it specifically is a different listing for a sheath that I already made that I'm selling. That one could have a dangler on it, anything, okay? They come standard with the slide lock. You can get a tech lock. They're 16 bucks additional, or 15 bucks additional. Can't remember what it is. And this is the configuration. It's got a face. All of them look like this. No matter what knife it's made for, they all look like this. Face mount ferro rod with a LED photon light underneath the Ranger band that you can use as an expedient Hawk light assembly if you need to. So you're wearing this thing in cross draw, all you gotta do is press the light and bing bang boom, you got light in front of you. It works real well. You can take the light off if you want. It's got a paracord wrap. Most of them have a paracord wrap. Not all of them. Sometimes the knife is too small for a paracord wrap. This is for the SRK CPM 3V, which I'm going to be doing a review of this. I'm running out. I was going to try to do it today. I'm running out of light. So, all right, guys, this is a standard Yellow Hawk Customs eBay listing sheath. So if you want something that's a little more cost effective and you don't want to spend the money for a full custom, these are nice. But they don't have danglers. You know, I make them so that we can put them out in a timely manner but still be effective for you in the field. If you want a tabby dangler, we can do it that way. I can keep it as an eBay sheath and still put a tabby dangler on, but there's an upcharge to it. And the eBay sheaths, you get these in about 2 weeks versus my regular 10 to 11 week wait for a custom sheath. I also have that rush program that cuts that 11 weeks in half. So guys were complaining that they couldn't get their sheaths, so I had to do something. So I instituted the rush program where you can get it in half the time. It's a little bit more money because we work the overtime and we work on Sundays to get them done. So basically I got no life doing rush sheaths on, you know, at night and on Sundays. All right, guys, that's it. This is Doug Wilson, Yellow Hawk Customs Outdoors. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to try to get John Mistro to edit this video. He said he's back, so I'm hoping this will be the first one. If not, you'll see my pretty face without an introduction. Have a good night.